Hey, everybody, it's Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland's beautiful 8th Congressional District coming to you from the Rayburn House Office Building for my favorite time of the week. It's Friday, July 14th, and this is our moment for Local Hero when we get to salute and interact with the people who make life in the 8th Congressional District so spectacular. And this is Parks and Recreation Month. July is Parks and Recreation Month. And so we have a wonderful local hero for you today, Tamika Graham, who is an avid hiker. She's the organizer of Black Women Hiking the DMV, a group which gets hikers, both experienced and also new hikers, together in the Maryland, DC, Virginia metro region for outings and hikes and outdoor education and skill building. The group's mission is to inspire, educate, empower, and support women in pursuit of a meaningful, lifelong connection to the great outdoors through hiking and immersion in nature. Tamika is certified in wilderness first aid. She's completed the Center for Outdoor Ethics Leave No Trace trainer course that enables her to teach other people how to develop a strong outdoor ethic and minimize their impact on the natural world. She loves that hiking and nature center experiences activate awe, wonder, and mindfulness. She endeavors to section hike the Appalachian Trail, and her inaugural section began with a weekend of solo backpacking through the entire state of Maryland. I think it was more than 40 miles. Tamika, welcome and congratulations on being our local hero.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity, and it's just great to be here with you. Thank you.
All right, well, let's start with this. You've lived throughout the Mid-Atlantic, I understand, in Pennsylvania, in Delaware, and now in Maryland, and you've hiked all over the place. What are your weekends like? Like, what are your Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays like?
My weekends consist of, should come to as no surprises, being outdoors. You mentioned the group that I am an organizer and hike leader with, so that is primarily what I'm doing on the weekends. I usually organize hikes on Saturdays throughout the Maryland, DC, and Virginia metropolitan region. I try to feature different types of trails, so not just our national parks and that are nearby, or our state parks, but I also try to highlight the importance of our local parks as well. And I think it's really important that when we are taking groups out to the outdoors, that we scout them as leaders. And so when I'm not out with the group, I'm usually out scouting and getting ready for the next group hike.
So how many people would tend to go on a group hike, and what is the mix of experienced rugged hikers versus people who are just dipping their toes in the water for the first time?
It really varies from hike to hike, the number of people that participate. I try to keep the groups fairly intimate. I think it's really important as a way to build community. So we try to keep the groups smaller. I think it's also important in terms of stewardship and our impact on the trail. So we don't want to be out as a massive group, impacting the trail experience for others. There's quite a mix. I would probably say on every group, there's usually folks that are avid hikers, just like myself, that have years of experience. And actually through the group, I've had the really the pleasure and privilege of introducing women to trails for the first time. So I've hiked with a number of first-time hikers, and that's a really rewarding experience.
I mean, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? The number of people who live in our community who've never gone on a hike in Rock Creek Park, which is such not just a regional, but a national treasure of a park with beautiful hills and forest and wildlife.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I try to do is uncover new trails. And I really get excited when I hear feedback from people that have lived in the region for so long, and to say, I've lived here for so long and I've never heard of this trail or this park. And so I think that is really important that we uncover, so many different trails that are in this area.
The name of this group that you organize is Black Women Hiking the DMV. Tell us about the history of that group and why it got started.
So a little bit about the group started in 2020, but the idea for me really lingered for much longer than that. I personally got into hiking because of my experience as a child and hiking urban trails growing up in a big city, and that really left a mark on me. And as an adult, I saw the lack of diversity in different hiking groups, and I really saw that there's a need to bring together a community where people that have marginalized identities within the outdoors can feel like their voices are heard, their experience are understood, and they can be seen and heard. And I think that we also have, we're still trying to solve this problem of outdated narratives and visual frames about who belongs outdoors. And so I thought it was really important to have a group specifically for Black women, although women of various backgrounds and marginalized identities are welcome. And we actually do have people from different backgrounds that join us.
And do men ever tag along? Like, could I crash one of your hikes one time?
Occasionally, we do partner with other groups. For example, we just participated in the American Hiking Society's National Trails Day, which is a huge event. And of course, it's co-ed, it's family friendly, and you can usually participate with us through activities such as that.
So, but going back to what you were saying about how you got interested and had the idea to create this group, what did it mean to you as a girl growing up in Philadelphia, right? To have access and experience going out and hiking the trails in Pennsylvania?
It means a lot. I mean, it's, I think this group, and, frankly, there are so many other groups that have emerged that do focus on folks that historically have not been able to participate in the outdoors. And so being able to introduce people to the outdoors, being able to work with other groups that are trying to do similar work, to leverage our resources, to build community. It's really important to me, and I appreciate this opportunity.
So, well, how do people get in touch with you, Tamika, if they're interested in Black women hiking the DMV, or any other groups that you would recommend?
The easiest way to participate in one of our Saturday group hikes is to find us on meetup.com. You can connect with us there, and I think that's probably the best way to do so.
Yeah. The American Hiking Society, I believe, has its headquarters in Maryland's beautiful 8th District in Silver Spring. So we've got a lot of avid hikers, and of course we've toasted some of our other great outdoor leaders like Mike Riley, who's the Montgomery County Secretary of Recreation, the Recreation Director. But if you go out on the road, you will find lots of great people from our district there out on the trails hiking. And one of my favorite people to see is Melanie Chukas Bradley. I don't know if you've met her, but she's like the official biographer of Rock Creek Park, who's written all these books about Rock Creek Park and hiking in our region. But it's so great to get this chance to talk to you, Tamika, and to identify you as our local hero for this week, beginning July 14th. And people will know where to find you out on the trail. And we wish you great good fortune and many happy trails ahead. And I look forward to catching up with you one day out there.
That sounds good. I look forward to seeing you on the trails. Thank you again.
Thank you.